My beloved, come closer. Before you blink again, you need to hear this. I, Archangel Michael, have been waiting with trembling wings, standing at the edge of your soul, trying to whisper this message into your heart. And now the heavens say there's no more time for delay. Because what your sister did, what she has been hiding, has reached the throne of God. And the silence is about to break. Heaven can no longer turn its face away. And neither can you. You were chosen to know. And today, you're about to find out why everything around you has been feeling off. Listen, I know how much love you carry inside. I know how many nights you stayed awake, praying for clarity, asking why life sometimes feels like you're walking barefoot on glass while others dance in comfort. But the truth is, someone close to you, someone born of the same house, the same blood, took a step that was never meant to be hidden. Your sister did something that echoed through the gates of heaven. And while others may have brushed it off or kept it buried in earthly distractions, heaven cannot be mocked. God's justice is not sleeping. She thought no one would ever find out. She smiled at you, didn't she? Sat next to you, laughed, spoke of love and family, while a secret burned inside her like fire hidden under silk. And now, the fire is rising. God is speaking. The veil she wore so skillfully is being torn. And if you're reading this now, it means the time has come. The trumpet has been blown in the spiritual realm. You are not just a reader, you are the witness. You are the one God has chosen to reveal this to, because your life is about to take a divine turn. I must tell you, your sister was not always like this. There was a time her heart was tender. But something changed. A shadow entered. A decision was made. And instead of truth, she chose silence. Instead of loyalty, she chose secrecy. She didn't just do something careless, she made a spiritual agreement behind your back. One that affected your favor, your relationships, and even your money. Yes, I said money. Because what she said and where she went affected the way some blessings were delayed in your life. But no more delays. Not now. Not when heaven is moving. Wait, before I reveal more, pause for a second. If this message is already speaking directly into your soul, it's because you were meant to receive it now, not later. Archangel Michael has something more to say, but only to those who are ready to hear the full truth. If you want more messages like this, touched by the breath of God and guarded by angel wings, tap the subscribe button here and join the circle of those heaven is awakening. We are watching, we are protecting, and most of all, we are speaking to you now. Let me go deeper. You've been feeling drained lately, haven't you? Almost like someone has been pulling energy from you without your permission. And guess what? Spiritually, that's exactly what happened. Your sister did something in a moment of selfishness, perhaps driven by fear, perhaps envy, but it opened a gate. A spiritual door was opened, and through it, confusion, miscommunication, and unnecessary delay walked into your life like uninvited guests. But here's the miracle, the gate is about to be shut by the hand of God Himself. Because you finally opened your heart to this truth. There is something about you that always shines, no matter how much others try to dim it. You carry light. And your sister saw it. She admired it, yes, but at some point, she grew threatened by it. Maybe she thought you were moving ahead too quickly. Maybe someone whispered in her ear. Maybe it was jealousy masked as protection. But instead of standing beside you, she made a choice to stand in the way. She didn't even realize the spiritual consequences. She had no idea that her silence, her lies, would build a wall that blocked your next blessing. But God saw it. Oh yes, beloved. God saw every word, every moment, every deal she made behind your back. Whether it was a lie to someone about you, or a manipulation that made others distance themselves from your purpose, God saw it all. And that's why this message found you. Archangel Michael has been holding this scroll in his hands, waiting for your soul to come to this very second. It's not an accident. It's prophecy. And now you're stepping into the unraveling of divine truth. I know what you're thinking. Why me? Why now? Because you have always been the one with the pure heart. You have always loved more than you've been loved. You gave her the benefit of the doubt. You held space for her healing while she hid things from you. And now heaven is shifting. The energy is moving. The angels are not just watching, they are writing. Writing the names, the actions, the consequences. Because God is preparing a reversal in your life. One that starts with revelation. You're going to notice things changing now. People who once looked at you with skepticism will begin to respect you. Favor is returning to your house. Even dreams you forgot about will begin to resurface. Do you remember the thing you were praying for 3 years ago? It's being processed again in heaven. Because what was blocked by hidden words is now being broken by exposed truth. That's how divine justice works. It doesn't always come when you cry. It comes when you are ready. And my love, you are finally ready. Archangel Michael is moving his sword in the spirit. He's cutting ties that were wrapped in manipulation. And your sister? She will have to face the truth. But don't worry, this is not about punishment. This is about purification. What's being revealed isn't to break the family, it's to build it again, on truth, on light, on God's terms, not man's. And you are at the center of this new foundation. Because God is lifting you. Not in secret. But in the open. And oh, the blessings that are coming. The money that was supposed to land in your hands, it's being rerouted back to you. The love that was spoken against, it's being restored. The peace you were robbed of, it's being tripled. Because when heaven fights for you, nothing on earth can win against you. You're not just surviving anymore, you're about to soar. And every moment of confusion, every lonely tear, every "why God" is being answered through this moment. You may feel trembling in your chest right now. That's not fear. That's recognition. Your soul knows the truth when it hears it. And Archangel Michael is not speaking riddles. He is speaking your reality. You've been waiting for an answer. This is it. You've been waiting for a shift. This is it. You've been hoping someone would finally see the truth. God just did. And now, so will you. I'll say this one last time. What your sister did will not define your destiny. God has the final word. And that word is restoration. You were born to rise. You were born to break generational curses. You were born to be the one in your family who chooses healing over hiding. And now that the truth is out, the healing begins. The blessings begin. The miracles begin. And so does the justice of heaven. The moment you accepted this truth into your spirit, the chains began to loosen. You may not have seen them with your eyes, but the spiritual bondage tied to your sister's secret has been wrapping around your destiny like invisible ropes. Every time you almost made it, almost found love, almost got the breakthrough, almost stepped into your next level, something pulled you back. And now you know why. That something was a shadow cast by a truth hidden too long. But now that light is pouring in, darkness has no choice but to flee. You've crossed the threshold. Do not waste energy on anger. Heaven does not expose to punish, heaven exposes to heal, to correct, to elevate. Your sister's actions might have been driven by her own wounds, her own fears, her own misguided loyalty to someone else. But that does not excuse the ripple it caused in your divine timeline. You deserve to know what has been standing between you and your promise. And now that you do, God will not let you go back to living unaware. You're awake now. You've seen too much to pretend anymore. Your heart will want to forgive, and that's beautiful. But let God lead you. Let healing come with boundaries, with wisdom. You're not required to hold hands with those who silently harmed you. But you are called to rise above it, to trust that what the enemy used to slow you down is now the very thing God is using to speed you up. Archangel Michael is standing behind you, and legions of angels are surrounding your path now. Why? Because when you're walking with divine truth, you no longer walk alone. You're going to hear things in the next few days. Conversations, confessions, even slip-ups from people who once acted innocent. It's not coincidence. It's confirmation. Don't dismiss what you hear. Heaven is backing it. What was hidden in rooms, in whispers, in documents, in text messages, it's coming to the light. Because once God starts revealing, He doesn't stop halfway. He wants you fully free. And freedom always begins with truth. You may also begin to feel lighter, even before anything physically changes. That's your spirit responding to the release. The burden that was unknowingly placed on your back is being lifted. The words spoken against you, the sabotages, the delays, are being reversed. Archangel Michael is moving through timelines. What was meant for evil is now being written into your testimony. And your testimony is not small. It will shake chains off other people who hear it. That's how powerful your life is about to become. Someone once said you'd never succeed without their help. That lie was rooted in the shadow your sister allowed. But now, that lie is being shattered. You are going to rise so high, so fast, so visibly, that even those who try to block you will have to watch in awe. Not for revenge, but for redemption. God is redeeming your name, your voice, your value. And even your silence, yes, those times you chose peace over proving yourself, heaven counted every moment. And now, heaven is rewarding you for every time you held your tongue and trusted God instead. You're about to walk into rooms that were once closed to you. Opportunities that seemed to vanish will resurface. Even people who distanced themselves without reason will start to feel convicted, drawn back to make things right. Why? Because when God moves, even hearts are shifted. You won't need to beg for validation anymore. Your fruit will speak louder than any rumor. And your glow will be too radiant to ignore. Archangel Michael tells me there's still more. You've been sensing something at night, haven't you? A presence. A knowing. sometimes like warmth, sometimes like pressure in your chest. That's not anxiety, it's visitation. Angels have been hovering around your space, waiting for this moment. Waiting for you to unlock this truth. Because now that you have, more gifts are being released. Your dreams will sharpen. Your discernment will increase. Your spiritual gifts, even ones you didn't know you had, will begin activating. This is your awakening. And let me speak directly to your heart, you are not broken. You were never less than. You were never too late or too naive. You were pure. You were light. And that light made some people uncomfortable, including your sister. But God made you that way for a reason. And that reason is unfolding now. You will be the proof that a person can rise even after years of being misunderstood. That someone can be divinely favored even after being quietly betrayed. Do you remember when you felt like giving up? That time when nothing made sense and you whispered to God in the dark, "If I'm really chosen, show me." This is Him showing you. This message is not random. It is not written by chance. It is a spiritual appointment. Archangel Michael was sent ahead to deliver it. Because your name has been spoken in heaven's court. And the verdict has been declared, you will rise. Your sister may or may not confess immediately. That's not your responsibility. Your only job now is to stay in alignment. Stay connected to God. Keep your heart clean, your ears open, and your eyes lifted. Because your next chapter is divine. I'm talking about divine acceleration. Blessings that override time. Restoration that doesn't make sense to the world. Love that finds you even when you're not looking. Money that arrives without begging or bending. Protection that covers your name, your sleep, your voice, your journey. You've been through enough to know when God is moving. And right now, He is. He's stirring the atmosphere. He's whispering instructions. He's placing people in your path. And He's exposing every spiritual snake that once wrapped itself in the disguise of family. Not to shame you, but to strengthen you. Not to divide, but to declare, no more hidden harm. No more delays caused by deception. No more playing small to keep others comfortable. You are rising. And heaven is clapping. There is one last thing Archangel Michael asks you to do: forgive, but don't forget. Let God deal with your sister. Let heaven handle the correction. You just stay soft, stay listening, stay moving. You have a mission. A mantle. A miracle waiting on the other side of this moment. Your obedience to open this message is already unlocking doors. Can you feel it? The shift? It's real. It's spiritual. It's happening. And just when you thought your season was over, surprise. Heaven says, you're just getting started. You're just getting started, yes, you heard right. While others thought you were at the end of your rope, heaven was quietly laying down the golden path ahead. All that pain you carried? It wasn't wasted. It became oil. Oil for your anointing. Oil for your journey. Oil that will now begin to drip into every area of your life that was dry. Your finances, your relationships, your sense of direction, it's all being drenched in divine oil now. Archangel Michael says, what your sister thought she was blocking, God is now accelerating. Even if your sister doesn't admit what she did, her spirit knows the truth is out. You may begin to notice her acting nervous, avoiding eye contact, being overly kind, or suddenly defensive for no reason. Don't react. Just watch. Heaven's justice does not require your rage, only your awareness. You are being instructed, not emotionally provoked. Because when God exposes something, He expects you to rise with grace, not fall with grief. The version of you that allowed betrayal in silence is gone. That chapter has closed. The new version of you, the one heaven is ushering in, is sharper, more spiritually aware, and fully connected to the truth of your calling. That's what scares the enemy. Not just that you know now, but that you believe it. You believe you're called. You believe God is with you. You believe angels are assigned to you. And now, that belief is opening gates. You were always meant to carry a prophetic mantle. That's why certain people couldn't stand your glow. It wasn't their imagination. It was real. Your light was bothering their darkness. And when they couldn't dim your lamp, they tried to block the oil. But the oil is flowing anyway. Because heaven has the final say. Archangel Michael has unsheathed his sword. The spiritual battle that once raged behind the curtain is now being silenced by holy victory. Your sister will have her moment with God. Do not wish her harm. She, too, is a soul in process. But you must continue. You must walk boldly. Because your walk is not just for you anymore. Someone is watching you rise, and they're gathering courage from your steps. Someone younger, quieter, maybe even a niece or cousin, has seen the way you were treated, and your response is shaping their belief in spiritual justice. Don't forget, God uses the wounded to deliver the waiting. This next season will require your full attention. Expect unexpected messages, phone calls, emails, even encounters with people from your past. Don't shrug them off. Some will carry keys. Others will try to bring confusion. Stay grounded. Not everything deserves your energy. But everything will be used to align you. Because the clock in heaven has struck a new hour for you. And when heaven shifts time, earth must follow. You'll see people suddenly remembering your value. Clients coming back. Apologies from people who once ignored you. Even money that was once lost showing up again. Why? Because when truth comes, alignment comes. And your life is entering into divine alignment. You are no longer under the shadow of that hidden betrayal. You are walking under an open heaven. And nothing will ever be the same. Now is the time to write that idea down. To make the call you've been afraid to make. To say yes to the opportunity that feels too big. Why? Because God is breathing on your boldness now. And every move you make from this truth-rooted space will be anointed. People will wonder how you're rising so fast, but you'll know. It's because you obeyed. You opened this. You listened. You believed. So don't be surprised if you start to feel strange in places you used to feel comfortable. That's your spirit telling you, growth is here. You're being pulled out of familiar patterns and pushed into new dimensions. That includes relationships. Some people won't make it to your next level, not because you're cruel, but because God is clearing the path. Trust the exits. They're making room for divine entrances. A divine partnership is forming in the background. You don't see it yet, but God has been working behind the scenes to bring someone into your life who will understand you, value your truth, and never betray you like that again. Archangel Michael says this person is already praying, they just don't know you're the answer yet. But you are. You are the answer to someone's heartache. And they are the answer to your loneliness. Timing is aligning. Your house, too, is about to feel different. You'll notice a shift in the atmosphere, more peace, less anxiety. That's not by accident. The spirit that entered through betrayal is leaving. Your room, your kitchen, even the places where tension once sat thick in the air, they're being washed clean by the Spirit of God. Light is returning. Joy is finding its way back home. Even your sleep will be sweeter now. That's the reward of obedience. And now, the financial part, the one the enemy thought you'd never recover. God is pouring new streams into your hands. Watch closely. Someone will ask to collaborate. Another person will offer you something seemingly small, but hidden in it is a divine opportunity. Accept it. Move with discernment. Not everything will make sense logically. But spiritually, it will resonate. Follow the peace. Peace is your confirmation now. Your health, too, will begin to improve. Why? Because stress rooted in spiritual betrayal can affect the body. And now that truth has been released, your cells can breathe. Your organs can function without silent tension. Your body knows what your spirit knows, you are finally safe again. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You saw the shadow. You turned toward the light. And heaven responded. One more thing, beloved, your prayers have been heard, all of them. The whispered ones. The desperate ones. The ones you prayed through tears and never told anyone about. Archangel Michael says every word has been recorded, and answers are now in motion. Some are arriving this week. Others within days. But all are coming. Because heaven rushes to respond to the heart that says yes to truth. I tell you now as one who has stood before the throne of God, your name is in the book of favor. Your time of hiding is over. Your moment of unveiling has come. You are not the same. You never will be. And that is the greatest miracle of all. This is the final unfolding, beloved, the last sacred pages of this divine message that heaven sent through Archangel Michael, and it is for your heart only. What's coming next will confirm everything that's already been stirring in your spirit. And if your soul is trembling now, it's because God is pouring holy oil on your name, your voice, your destiny, and no man, no sister, no lie can stop what God has already released in the Spirit. You may begin to feel the pull to withdraw a bit from people who used to feel close. That's not isolation, that's separation for elevation. God is sanctifying your space. He's clearing your ears to hear only Him, making sure the voices that once confused you can no longer reach the gates of your peace. Your sister's shadow? Gone. The spell her words once had on others? Broken. The fog that clouded your path? Dissipating by the second. You are becoming clear again. You are remembering who you are again. And heaven is rejoicing over you. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered yet. Some of them divine, others not. But no matter who speaks it, God will defend it. Archangel Michael has been assigned to your name for the next 11 days in particular. Watch what happens. From strange emails, to surprise financial blessings, to people saying, "You've been on my mind lately," it's all part of the reveal. You're not crazy. You're not imagining things. You are awakening. You are being divinely tracked. There's something else. A specific item in your house, maybe a gift or an old photo connected to your sister. You'll know which one it is when your spirit feels sudden discomfort around it. Archangel Michael says, when you find it, either cleanse it in prayer or remove it. Some objects carry spiritual weight. And this one has been used knowingly or unknowingly to anchor confusion in your space. The moment you let it go, you'll feel an instant release. Yes, that's how precise this spiritual warfare has been. But don't be afraid, heaven is showing it to you because heaven knows you're ready. And here's the greatest news of all, your story is going to save someone else. What you thought would destroy you will become your divine megaphone. You will speak, write, or show your truth, and someone who's silently suffering will break free just by witnessing you. That's why the enemy wanted to keep you bound in confusion, because your voice carries deliverance. You don't even have to try. Just be real. Be honest. Be bold in the light. Your glow is doing more than healing you, it's activating chains to break off of others. You'll be tempted to share this with certain people. Before you do, ask God. Not everyone can handle the sacred. Some will try to downplay it, intellectualize it, or brush it off. Protect the oil. This message was given to you because you carry the mantle for your house. And sometimes, the one with the mantle must sit in mystery for a little while before others understand the movement. But don't worry, the understanding is coming. You will be vindicated. You will be honored. But most of all, you will be protected. Now that the truth about your sister has been exposed, God wants to show you what truth feels like in every area. That means authentic love, safe friendships, clear answers, doors that stay open, no more guessing who's real or not. You are walking into a season of undeniable clarity. Things that once felt fuzzy will click. People who once seemed confusing will show their real faces. And you will remain unshaken. Because when God reveals, He also roots. You're not just rising, you're being anchored. Don't be surprised if your sleep patterns shift. You may wake up between 2 and 5 a.m., this is often when angelic activity is highest. If that happens, don't be afraid. Close your eyes and say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." You'll begin to receive instructions, healing, visions, maybe even dreams about what's to come. Write them down. They are seeds. And seeds become movements in the hands of the obedient. And as the final seal of this message is pressed into your soul, know this: God is not just giving you restoration. He's giving you reward. The quiet tears you cried, the dignity you maintained, the purity of heart you kept, they all added weight to your miracle. You could have lashed out. You could have retaliated. But you chose stillness. And now the God of heaven is standing, yes, standing, for you. He is not silent anymore. Not regarding what your sister did. Not regarding what you lost. And certainly not regarding what is coming next. Archangel Michael says, this is the part where heaven takes over. Your hands are now free. Your heart is lighter. Your steps are clearer. And your miracle? It has already begun. You are no longer the person who lived under shadows. You are the one whose light exposes darkness and survives it. God is lifting the veil. The blessings are in motion. And from this moment forward, your name will be protected, your home will be covered, and your purpose will shine with nothing holding it back. This was your message. Heaven sent it. You opened it. And now, nothing will ever be the same. Now breathe, beloved. Slowly. Deeply. Can you feel the stillness surrounding you? That's not ordinary peace, that's the afterglow of spiritual revelation. You just stepped through something that most people never recognize, let alone survive with their soul still intact. You faced the truth about what your sister did. You heard heaven's voice whisper in your bones. And now, your entire spiritual landscape is shifting. The war is no longer over your past, it's over your next breakthrough. But here's what the enemy forgot, you made it. You are now walking under a canopy of divine protection that has been activated only because you were brave enough to open this. You dared to face what most people run from, the hidden betrayal of someone who shares your blood. But you did not crumble. You stood. You felt the tremble in your chest, the tears behind your eyes, but you stayed. And Archangel Michael is still standing beside you. Sword still drawn. Wings still spread. Guarding you as heaven repositions every single piece of your life into place. There is something else the Spirit needs you to know. Your name is not only being restored, it's being renamed. In the heavens, when someone passes through divine fire and emerges refined, they are often called something new. You've been called too quiet, too trusting, too emotional. But from this moment, you are called anointed, aligned, appointed. God is giving you a new spiritual name. That name is sealed in favor. That name is surrounded in light. That name is going to open doors that were sealed shut by curses long before you were born. And beloved, let me whisper this into your soul gently, it was never your fault. Whatever pain her actions caused, whatever confusion followed, whatever delay came into your path, none of it was your fault. The enemy tried to convince you that you were the problem. That maybe you just weren't spiritual enough. That maybe your love wasn't enough. That maybe your prayers were being ignored. But God just cleared the fog. God just reached into your reality and tore down the illusion. You are more powerful than you know. Your light is louder than any whisper. Your name in the Spirit echoes louder than any lie. That's why Archangel Michael came. Because what was done in shadows could only be broken by a warrior's revelation. And you, whether you've seen it or not, you are a warrior in the Spirit. A soft-hearted, divine-backed, heaven-sent warrior who just got their territory back. Expect unexpected blessings, especially in the area where you were hurt most. That's how God works. If you were betrayed in your finances, get ready for unexpected deposits, approvals, sudden opportunities, or refunds you forgot about. If it was your voice that was silenced, expect people to suddenly ask for your wisdom, your words, your leadership. If it was your spirit that was dimmed, expect joy to come bursting back into your soul in the smallest and sweetest ways, music that moves you, signs in nature, even laughter that doesn't need a reason. God is about to overcompensate for every ounce of hurt. Heaven doesn't do just enough. Heaven does, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You were delayed, yes, but not denied. You were attacked, yes, but not abandoned. And now, your testimony will become the very tool God uses to dismantle generational deception. Because this isn't just about your sister. This is about a pattern, a spiritual dysfunction that God is ending through you. You'll see it soon. Others in your family who once echoed your sister's energy, they'll fall quiet. You'll see shifts. Some will apologize. Some will walk away. Others will suddenly act like they never doubted you. Don't react. Don't shrink. Just walk in grace. That grace is your armor now. Let your consistency speak louder than your confrontation. Let your blessings make the noise. Let your healing create the earthquake. And when you're alone again, and you will be for a moment, because elevation is often quiet, remember this: God talks loudest in stillness. That's when the next set of instructions will come. That's when Archangel Michael will show you the next move. Because, oh yes, this isn't the end of the story. It's just the doorway. There's more. There's so much more. A new connection is coming, someone who is not threatened by your light but inspired by it. Someone who won't just listen to your story, but protect your voice. This is someone heaven has been shaping while you were healing. It may come as friendship. It may come as divine romance. But either way, you'll know. Because when God sends someone, peace arrives before explanation. So don't rush the process. Don't force clarity. You are already walking in it. The angels are ahead of you now, setting the table in rooms you haven't even dreamed of yet. And your job? Stay pure. Stay ready. Stay obedient. The hardest part is over. The secret is no longer a shadow. It's light. And now, your life will only grow brighter. And finally, I leave you with this word from the throne: you are safe to soar now. Your wings are healed. Your heart is steady. Your path is divine. What your sister did is now in the hands of God. And what you are about to do will echo in the heavens. You're chosen. You're rising. And heaven is watching you with joy. Beloved, if you're still here, if your heart is still open, if your spirit is still receiving, then understand this: you were not just meant to survive this story, you were meant to rewrite it. You are heaven's living proof that light is stronger than secrecy, that truth is stronger than betrayal, and that God always gets the final word, not lies, not manipulation, not silence. God speaks last. And God is speaking through you now. You've been wondering why certain doors didn't open when you were more ready, more desperate than ever. Why did the opportunity vanish? Why did the connection fall through? Why did that blessing seem to slide past you? It wasn't because you were unworthy. It wasn't because you were forgotten. It was because God was waiting for the contamination to be cleared. The oil on your name was never meant to be shared with hidden poison. And now that the veil has been lifted, those same doors are about to swing wide open. You may feel a strange confidence growing inside you, not arrogance, not ego, but holy boldness. That's not you changing randomly. That's heaven activating your original setting. That's the real you coming alive again. The version of you that isn't afraid to speak, to ask, to walk away, to rise. You were never created to beg for truth. You were born to carry it. And now you're holding the sword of light. Archangel Michael says there's a fresh wind coming into your space, and it won't wait. It's already begun. From this moment forward, you'll notice sudden clarity. It'll show up in your thoughts, in your dreams, even in your physical space. You might feel the urge to clean, to throw away, to declutter. Don't ignore that urge, it's spiritual. It's not just tidying up. It's making room. Room for what's about to arrive. Room for joy. Room for miracles. Room for people who love you in truth, not through pretense. God is restoring the years that were eaten by spiritual locusts. The years that were lost in confusion. The relationships that were held hostage by dishonesty. The confidence that was dimmed by gaslighting. The dreams that were shelved because someone you loved didn't believe in them. All of it, coming back. But better. Stronger. Protected. This time, nothing will break it, because this time, you'll see everything clearly. You may feel grief come and go. That's okay. Don't judge it. Even when truth brings freedom, it sometimes also brings tears. Let them fall. Let your heart process the weight of the release. You're not just letting go of what your sister did, you're letting go of the version of you who tolerated it. And that is sacred. That is holy. You're not going to repeat what happened. You're not going to carry it into your next chapter. That cycle ends with you. The emotional patterns, the generational silence, the guilt-ridden loyalty, broken. You are not cursed. You were never cursed. You were covered. And now, you are being crowned. The crown may feel heavy at first. It may feel like too much attention, too much responsibility, too much light. But wear it anyway. Heaven doesn't crown lightly. Heaven crowns intentionally. And your head has been bowed long enough. God is lifting your chin now. He's placing dignity back on your name. And with that dignity comes double honor. And you're not walking into this next season alone. As of now, angels are stationed at every major intersection of your journey. You'll be protected even in places you didn't know were dangerous. You'll be warned before the wrong person enters. You'll be guided before your heart wanders. That's not paranoia, that's prophetic preservation. When heaven reveals, heaven also surrounds. If you've been waiting for a sign to do that thing you've been scared to do, this is it. This is your green light. Write it. Build it. Launch it. Apply for it. Release it. Say yes to it. The covering is active. The moment has arrived. The reason it didn't work before was because someone close to you was spiritually out of alignment, and that misalignment created resistance in your favor flow. But now, heaven has cleared the lane. You can run, and nothing will trip you anymore. Even the people who once doubted you, some of them will return. Some will apologize. Others will try to act like they never left. Don't be bitter. But don't forget. You've evolved. You've upgraded. You've been refined in fire, and those who only knew your ashes might not recognize your gold. That's okay. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to shine. Every prayer you prayed with your heart trembling, heard. Every sigh you released when you didn't have words left, collected. Every time you wanted to walk away but stayed faithful anyway, recorded. And now, the heavenly response has been dispatched. The answer is not, no, it never was. The answer is, now. And one more divine mystery before this message seals in full: your sister's betrayal will not end in shame, but in transformation. Whether she admits it or not, she is already being softened. This message, though given to you, will echo into her spirit. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, she will know that you were the one who saved the family line, not ruined it. You were the one who stood in truth when it cost everything. And she will respect you for it. Until then, protect your peace. Guard your joy. Stay anchored in what heaven just revealed. Don't go back to normal. You're not normal anymore. You are anointed. You are awakened. You are armed with divine clarity. This is the moment that turns the page on everything. Archangel Michael says, you have obeyed. You have received. Now, walk. Walk into your next chapter with the confidence of someone who has been personally briefed by heaven. Because you have. And from this moment on, nothing, and no one, can stop the move of God in your life. It has begun. It is sacred. And it is yours. Beloved, if your heart is still burning with this truth, then let it. That fire you feel inside, it's not confusion. It's not fear. It's the holy confirmation of heaven that everything you just heard, everything that's been whispered into the deepest corners of your spirit, is real. This wasn't a story. This wasn't a warning. This was a divine unveiling. The message your soul has been crying for, the truth your heart always suspected, and the breakthrough your destiny has been waiting on, they've all collided right here. Right now. You don't walk out of a message like this and go back to pretending. You can't. Not when heaven has shown you what was hidden. Not when God Himself has exposed the spiritual delay. You are forever changed. And that change will be the doorway to miracles you once thought were too late. But surprise, they were never denied. They were just delayed until you were free. Your sister's choices, the ones she made quietly, secretly, and maybe even regretfully, they had spiritual consequences. Yes, it hurt. But now it's healing. Because when truth walks in, pain starts walking out. And now that you've accepted the truth, your healing is not going to be slow. It's going to be rapid. You'll wake up lighter. You'll notice your energy returning. Even the way people speak to you will shift. Because truth always brings alignment. And alignment always brings favor. This isn't about bitterness. This isn't about cutting people off in anger. This is about knowing. It's about choosing to no longer carry confusion as if it's yours to manage. It never was. It belonged to the people who planted it. You've done more than enough. You've kept your heart clean. And God has kept record. Every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice, heaven has a file on it. And now that the enemy has been exposed, God is flipping the script. The story will not end with betrayal. It will end with blessing. You were never meant to live under shadows. That's why your spirit always felt unrest. You were born to walk in light. To speak in truth. To live in peace. And that peace is rushing back now. Can you feel it? It's coming into your space like a quiet flood. It's cleansing memories, clearing spiritual blockages, replacing confusion with clarity, replacing silence with purpose, replacing pain with peace. The next few days will be confirmation after confirmation. Things will align. Answers will come. Dreams will make sense. Conversations will echo what heaven has just told you. And you won't even need to search for proof, it will come to you. Unexpected. Unmistakable. Undeniable. That's what happens when God backs a word. The evidence follows. You'll know you're stepping into your new season because the atmosphere around you will respond. Your home will feel different. Your thoughts will become clearer. People who once drained you will suddenly have no effect on you. Why? Because spiritual weight has been lifted. You're not carrying it anymore. The betrayal no longer owns your energy. The silence no longer controls your thoughts. You are unbound. And your spirit? It's soaring now. Free. Strong. Rooted in truth. Covered by angels. Propelled by the breath of God. You'll look back on this message, maybe a day from now, maybe a year, and you'll say, that's when everything changed. Because it is. You may not see it all in the natural yet. But spiritually, everything just shifted. The heavens are not silent about you anymore. They are speaking, moving, rearranging timelines, scheduling divine meetings, rerouting blessings. Because God has seen your endurance. And God is now rewarding your faithfulness. As you move forward, don't chase explanations. You don't need them. What was done in secret has been dealt with in spirit. What was lost will be returned in better form. What was delayed will be delivered in double. Let that be your focus, not the betrayal, but the breakthrough. Your sister's actions won't define you. Your response will. And you've responded with courage. With open hands. With a willing heart. That's why God is now pouring into you. He trusts you. He's lifting you. And He's preparing a table in the presence of every shadow that tried to dim your destiny. Archangel Michael is not leaving your side. Not now. Not until the final piece of your reward arrives. He's guarding your journey, whispering directions, protecting every door. You are surrounded by light. Nothing formed against you will prosper now. That's not just a verse. That's a spiritual decree over your life. Heaven is enforcing it. So go forward, chosen one. Walk boldly. Speak softly but firmly. Carry yourself like someone who knows the secrets of heaven, because you do. Be gentle, but never small. Be kind, but never blind. Be forgiving, but never forgetting what God revealed. This is your moment. This is your mantle. This is your miracle. And you don't need to prove anything to anyone, just live in the light. Your life will be the proof. Your rise will be the response. And your glow will be the reminder that God always protects His own. You're ready now. Heaven knows it. And so do you.